guzzle that drink. We're live. I am live with my good friend Katie Bulmer Cook. Although you're Katie Cook now on Instagram, because when I put that in the Pure Energy page, people going like a question mark, and I went, "Oh, people don't realise it's you."
It's me. It's me. So my official name, to clear up all the confusion, my official name on my passport is Katie Coo, because I want it to be the same as the rest of my family. But I'm conscious not to ditch the Bulmer, because otherwise anybody goes, who? So yeah, Bulmer's got to stay. It's got to stay.
Oh, it's got to stay. So you're keeping it in. You're still going to be Bulmer
We'll keep
Cook.
it in like for work purposes, but officially for the government, I'm Katie Coo.
Well, I'm so excited that you're working again with Pure Energy. You've got like a massive legacy history. Whenever I post in the Pure Energy group about what intervals or what hit or what music do people like, your name just kept coming back up and up again. Can you do another Katie Cook? Can Katie Bulmer Cook do another interval? So I've twisted your arm to get you back involved. How long ago was those original ones that you did? How original are
Oh,
they? How old?
they must be going back to like 2015, 2016. Well, my hair was about half the length that it is now. So if you want to judge it on the length of my hair, then yeah, it was a good few years ago. So probably about 5 years ago since I did the last one.
Gosh, I thought it was longer than that actually. And since then, you've had a baby,
Had a
another
baby.
baby.
Absolutely. Yes, and like my career's it has gone in a different direction over the last 3 years. I've done a lot of stuff that's more like behind the scenes and not being about like pushing myself forward. I've done a lot of writing of celebrity fitness plans, directing fitness shoots. So still using my same fitness brain, but for a slightly different purpose.
Can you tell us who you've been behind? Are you allowed to say that, or is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, tell
yeah.
us that.
So, well, I can tell you my personal favourites of the plans I've written. Katie Piper. I'm sure a lot of people will know Katie. She spoke at a FitPro convention. That must
Yeah,
be about
remember. Yeah.
8, 9 years ago. Boxers, Tony Bellew. One of my favourite people I've ever worked with is a musician called Lucy Spraggan. She's awesome. People might remember her from the X Factor. God, who else? Lots of different people from Love Island, from Towie. Amy Childs, I think,
I
is in
love that
a
one.
lot of
I love
people
Jamie
know.
Child's one. That was a great one, wasn't it? I loved
Yeah,
looking at all that. That was awesome.
yeah, that was fun. So yeah, in lots of different pockets of like the celeb world, so reality, sports personalities, music, TV. So it definitely hasn't been boring for the last 3 years.
No, it's not. And now you're back. You've got a new release on the Pure Energy app.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, I'm
Tell us.
so happy with me.
Tell us about the release then. Tell me how you put that release together because you sent that over to me quite a while ago. So, what was the inspiration behind it, and what you were looking to put together, really?
Well, like all of the interval releases I've done before, I always base them on what I like delivering to my clients, so whether it's group fitness, small group, or PT. One of the main things I think about is right, what do I want the format to be? I don't want it to be like the same thing on repeat. I like it to be quite choppy and changeable, because it keeps clients entertained. But I also think about I never, ever, ever in my life again want to use a stopwatch.
Yes,
And
this is
I
good.
think what's the easiest way of delivering like a dynamic, like with lots of changes in it, sort of class that it's going to engage clients, and is also how do I do it in a way that I don't have to ever look at my stopwatch again, and it's all done for us. So that's always the inspiration for it.
That's good. And we've had it, it's been a really popular release. So, sort of, you've got everything in there. So, you've got the warm up, you've got the full body of the class, and then you've got your cool down. Have you been using it for your clients then, and how have they enjoyed it?
Yeah, and I think they know the music off by heart now. Yes, I use it all the time. So I use it in predominantly in PT sessions. I use it on some online sessions. I have used it a lot recently in some of my boxing fitness sessions. I'm doing a lot of boxing at the minute, and it's gone down a treat. Mostly clients love it because yes, the music's amazing, but because they know that I can't be trusted with a stopwatch. I think that's one of the things that it's a prerequisite to being a trainer. You just like inherently terrible at using a stopwatch. So, a 20-second interval is a true 20-second interval when I have that track on.
That's true. Tell me about your client base now then, now that you're PT, small group. Who's the demographic? Who do you mainly work with and do you see?
It's mainly women. Well, it's 99% women. I train one guy. But yeah, women either a lot of the women I train are somewhere on a pre or postnatal, hate the word journey, but a journey. So either I'm training people who are getting fit because they want to get pregnant, or that sort of thing is like on the horizon for them and they want to be in the best shape they can, or I train people who are pregnant, or I help people get back in shape after they've had a baby, and then that journey again just sort of continues on. So yeah, usually women between like 25 to 28 all the way through to like 50, 55 is
Okay.
my sort of age window.
I got it. And you've been using the app. So we got the app on your phone, I think about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you're finding the app and your clients are finding the app and the music and the different genres of music and the timings and all of that good stuff. How are you finding
Well,
it?
you just like you're just never going to be stuck for good music ever again, are you? Like the
Never.
catalog's huge, and I was saying you just before we had this chat. I found my box of CDs recently, all my old Pure Energy mixes, like from way back when. To when do you remember when all of the discs used to be red? Everything was red. Like went all the way back. You think you used to go from club to club, carrying around this huge back catalogue of CDs, breaking your back, and now it's like it's all on here.
I
I,
know.
I, I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you wouldn't have it. Like if anybody's watching this and they say, "Oh, I don't have this. Why have you not got it?" Like you need to have it. It's really good. It's just so handy.
And I went to Ibiza to teach a couple of weeks ago. Now, in the past, I would have taken hand luggage with CDs. I would have had a laptop with, because I've got an old laptop that's got loads of old music on that I didn't do anything with. I didn't delete it. I didn't take it off iTunes. I just keep it. So I'd have been taking that. Then I would have probably had another device, this device with all stuff on as well. But then I just had my phone with everything on. It was just so easy to just program everything and then get it. It was just a dream, and it's just the convenience of it all. And I don't know about you, but I always find iTunes a real struggle. I tend to make playlists. I save them. Sometimes they upload to the phone, sometimes they don't. It always just seems to take a long time, anything with iTunes. But with the app, no downloading, you just click and it's there. Have you found that?
Yeah, super easy. And something I did. So I've got it on. This is my main phone.
Yeah.
And I've got like an old, what is it, an iPhone 7 or an iPhone
Yeah, I
8,
have that
like
same.
everyone's got an old one kicking about in the back of the drawer. I got that and I just put the Pure Energy app on it so that if I'm ever doing a live on my phone or I'm using my phone for something else, I've always got it on that other phone as well. And that's a winner. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, I just use this.
Yeah.
It's dead easy. And it's there is a big difference between just using music and using music that's been created for fitness.
Yeah.
Like everything's phrased properly, you don't have to worry about fiddly bits. It's just gonna play, and like the people that are creating it have what you're doing with that music in mind. So it's like it's perfect.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Oh, I'm so glad you're loving it. I'm so excited about that. That's brilliant. What's your favorite style of music? What do you enjoy, or do you always go with the music that you enjoy first, or do you think about the age range of the client, what they might like, what they maybe don't like? If you've got it on in the background, perhaps when you're PTing, what's your thought process when you're choosing music for a session?
A little bit of both. So as you get to know people, you get to know, I think they like this, I think they like that. But this is going to sound quite selfish. But I really think that you need to like it yourself, because I always think that in a class situation and on a one-to-one situation, the music, it gives you a lift. It just changes the atmosphere. There's just something about it that I think is hard to verbalize, but I have to like it. If there's music playing in the background that I think is a bit grim, am I going to be, I can find that 5% extra in me if the music's good. I also think it's just good for setting the energy. So I'll always have my music playing before anybody walks into the room to do a PT session or to do a class with me. I hate that feeling when you walk into a studio, you walk in to do a session anywhere and there's just no music.
Yeah.
Like it's such a big scene set there, and I think a lot of people miss out on that. I've been to classes where you just walk in and you'd hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
And the instructor's just like putting their gear on and getting set. And I think, oh, this is such a prime opportunity. Put something on and set the scene for how it's going to go. So, yes, to answer your question, I have to like it to play it.
That's good to know. Oh, good to know. Have you had an experiment with maybe putting a playlist together or using the pitch control, or have you just been using the continuous mixers and just pushing them out?
I've been using a lot of continuous mixes, but I did make a playlist recently. It's on the app as well, and I took a little bit of the I took a little bit from my release from Interval Energy, and I put it with some of the EDM stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to find it now. I'm just going to open my app here.
There you go.
Um,
Just by magic.
with my magic. So yeah, I took some of the EDM cardio workout and put that between the warm up and cool down from my release, along with the 2010 interval section. So it goes warm up, an EDM section for about 20 minutes, then 2010 intervals, like a Tabata style finisher, and a cool down.
I love it. And people can find that, or they can follow you on the app. So if they find you and go to the Connect page, they can then follow you, and then any playlist that you make, you can make them public, and then people can follow them. So that's really cool. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. So what are you doing for the rest of the week, session-wise, teaching-wise? What you got on?
I've got my diary's full at the minute with one-to-one.
Oh, wow.
So I am doing absolutely loads of boxing fitness stuff. About when was it? Just before COVID. So Bobby was 4 or 5 months old. We went to LA and we went to an amazing gym called Box and Burn, which is co-owned by one of my old school friends, Tony. He's an Olympic boxer.
Wow.
He's an Olympic medalist boxer, and he set this gym up. It's quite a while ago now, and he said, as soon as you come over, come to the gym, come and see what it's all about. And I went to one of the classes there, and I've always enjoyed boxing, but you know what it's like?
Yeah.
You can only juggle so many things, and there's some things you put on the back burner, you think, I'll do that later. And as soon as I came out of the class, I was dying. Bobby was only 4 months old. I'd been on bed rest for 20 weeks in my pregnancy. Like, I had about that much fitness in the tank. But when you're in those situations where you're like, I must, like, push myself here. So I felt like a newborn giraffe afterwards. But I love that, and I don't want to keep putting upskilling myself in this area off any longer. So Tony's actually created an education program to teach trainers how to box. So he was like, right, do you want to do it? And I said, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. So did it, and it's one of my most favorite things that I've done. Like, I think if all the courses that I've done since I was 16 and all the education, this is by far been one of my favorites. So since I did that, I've really pushed that a lot in my business, and it's doing really well. So
Oh, good. And I've seen that on your Instagram and Facebook and your YouTube. You're back on YouTube. I've seen I just popped up. A few new videos have been coming up from your channel, I've noticed.
Well, I've had so many things that I've wanted to do, and you know what it's like. And I've got Heidi and Bobby, and trying to juggle everything they do, trying to work. You inevitably you can't do everything. You do end up putting things on the back burner. And I thought, you know what? No, like now Bobby's a bit older, I can do more. So everything that's been bubbling away, when you've got like notebook full of like this, of like idea after idea, it's like, right, it's time to get the notebook out, prioritize which ones I'm going to do. In the boxing and YouTube, we're right up there at the top of the list.
Oh, awesome. Oh, fab. Well, it's great to catch up with you. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. And I'm really glad that you're on board with us with the Pure Energy Connect team and the app. We've got lots of exciting things coming, new releases, hopefully some live events next year. And follow Katie on the app, which will be wicked. So where else can everybody find you, Katie, on socials?
On everything, just search Katie Bull McCook, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I've just made a TikTok. I haven't posted anything on it yet. You know what? I've never been prone for like fear of judgment. You know whose judgment I'm fearful of?
Who?
Heidi's, because she like has blown up on Instagram Reels and TikTok.
I see Heidi's. Amazing. She's getting millions of views, isn't she?
And and sometimes fan makes me she's like, oh, mum, I wouldn't post that. Okay.
That's
So
funny.
never before have I been that person that's like been fearful to publish content, but here I am, free of judgment from your 11-year-old daughter.
I love it. I know, but Heidi's TikTok and or Instagram's phenomenal, isn't it? Her
Yeah.
skill level is just amazing. I think we need to get Heidi on the Pure Energy app. We need to put some of the videos in her, some music in her videos. She's awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, Katie, today.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Rachel.
Thanks, everyone, tuning in.